Have you ever laid in bed at night, staring at the ceiling, feeling a strange heaviness in your chest? The room is dark, the house is quiet, but your mind is screaming. It isn't physical pain exactly, it is something far worse. It is the heavy, crushing feeling of regret. You look back at the day that just passed, the 24 fresh, beautiful hours that were given to you this morning, and you realize with a sinking feeling that you have absolutely nothing to show for it. You said you would start that project that could change your career. You said you would finally go to the gym. You said you would read 10 pages of that book gathering dust on your shelf. But what did you actually do? You scrolled, you refreshed the feed, you watched other people living the lives you want, you waited for a burst of motivation that never came, and then you told yourself the biggest, most dangerous lie in human history: I will just do it tomorrow. We all do this, especially in our 20s and 30s. We treat time as if it is something cheap, something we have an endless supply of, like air. But I am here to tell you something that might hurt a little. Actually, I hope it hurts a lot, because pain is what wakes us up. You are sleepwalking, and if you don't wake up soon, like right now, you are going to reach the end of your life only to realize you never actually lived it. You just watched it pass by. Today, I want to share a powerful story with you. It is a story about a boy, a king, and a beggar. But really, let's be honest, it is a story about you. It is a story designed to help you stop wasting time before it's too late. So put the phone down, close the other tabs, take a deep breath, and listen closely. This might just be the most important 20 minutes of your life. Let me introduce you to a young man named Sam. Sam is 27 years old. He is a lot like many of us. He's bright, he's talented, and he has a good heart. If you met Sam, you'd like him. He has big dreams. He talks about starting a business, writing a book, or traveling the world. But Sam has a secret enemy. It isn't a bully at school. It isn't a toxic ex-partner. It isn't a strict boss. His enemy is his own mindset. Sam lives in a permanent state of later. He is the king of procrastination. If his mother asks him to fix the broken fence, Sam says, "I'm so drained from work right now, Mom. I'll do it this weekend." But the weekend comes, and he spends it binge-watching a series he doesn't even like that much. He has a keyboard in the corner of his room. He bought it 2 years ago with the dream of learning to play the piano. Every day he looks at it, gathering dust, and thinks, I'll start next month when things settle down at work, when I have more energy. Sam believes that time management is for other people, people who are type A, people who are stressed. He feels like he has all the time in the world. He's young, right? 27 isn't old. Why rush? He thinks that success is something that will just sort of happen to him eventually, like a package delivery he's waiting for. He is just waiting for his moment. But here is the trap. Weeks turned into months. Months turned into years. Sam started watching his friends move forward. He saw one friend launch a startup on LinkedIn. He saw another friend posting photos from a backpacking trip across Asia. He saw another friend build a beautiful, healthy family. And Sam? Sam was exactly where he was 5 years ago. The same apartment, the same job he tolerates but doesn't love, the same excuses, the same later. The pain of staying the same while everyone else grows is a silent killer. One rainy afternoon, feeling particularly low and useless after scrolling through Instagram for 3 hours, Sam decided to disconnect. He took a walk into the deep woods near his town. He had heard rumors of an old hermit who lived there, a man who had detached from society, who owned nothing but seemed to possess the wisdom of the universe. Sam didn't want money. He didn't want comfort. Sam wanted to know why he was stuck. He wanted to know why, despite all his talent, he couldn't just get moving. He found the hermit sitting by a small fire, roasting a simple meal. The rain tapped gently on the leaves above. Sam sat down on a wet log, defeated, his head in his hands. "I feel like I'm stuck in quicksand," Sam confessed, his voice cracking. "I want to do great things. I truly do. I want to build a life, but I can't seem to start. I always feel like I have time, but then the day ends and the time has just disappeared. It slips through my fingers like water. How do I change? Is something wrong with me?" The hermit didn't answer immediately. He poked the fire, watching the sparks fly up and vanish into the cold air. Then he looked at Sam with piercing eyes that seemed to see right through his excuses. "You were suffering, my boy," the hermit said, "not because you lacked talent, not because you lacked time. You were suffering because you do not understand the true value of time. You think time is a river that flows forever. You think it is infinite, but it is not. It is a currency, and you are spending it on things that give you no return." The hermit leaned in closer. "Let me tell you a story. It is an old story passed down for generations. If you truly listen, not just with your ears, but with your spirit, and if you understand this story, you will never waste another minute of your life." The hermit began to speak, his voice low and steady, matching the rhythm of the rain. "Once, in a kingdom not far from here, there lived a generous king. He was known for his benevolence and his wisdom. One day, the king was walking through the city streets in disguise when he saw a man in dirty, torn clothes sleeping in the dirt. The king stopped. He recognized the man beneath the grime. It was his old friend, Horace. Horace had been smart and capable when they were kids. He was funny, he was strong, but Horace had a fatal flaw. He was lazy. He always looked for the shortcut. He always avoided the hard work. And now, years later, that laziness had turned him into a beggar. The king felt a deep sadness for his old friend. He approached him and woke him up. Horace opened his eyes, saw the king, and began to weep. "Oh, life has been so unfair to me," Horace wailed, playing the victim. "I have had no luck. The world is against me. I have had no opportunities. If only I had a chance, just one break, I would be great." The king, being kind-hearted, decided to test his friend. He said to Horace, "Wipe your tears. Listen to me closely. I will give you an opportunity that no man in this kingdom has ever received. I will give you the break you claim you need." Horace looked up, hopeful. "Tomorrow," the king said, "I want you to come to the palace gates. I will open the royal treasury for you." Horace's eyes went wide. The treasury? The room filled with the kingdom's wealth? "Yes," the king said. "From the moment the sun rises until the moment the sun sets, the door will be open to you. You may enter, and whatever you can carry out of that room, gold, jewels, diamonds, silk, is yours to keep. You will never be poor again. But remember this condition: the gates close at sunset. You have only this one day. Once the sun goes down, the opportunity is gone forever." Horace could not believe his ears. He kissed the king's feet and ran home, his heart pounding with joy. He was going to be rich. He was finally going to have the life he deserved. He went home and danced around his small, empty hut. "I will buy a palace," he shouted to the empty walls. "I will wear velvet. I will eat the finest foods. Everyone who doubted me will see." He was so excited, so filled with adrenaline, that he couldn't sleep. He stayed up late into the night, pacing, planning, and dreaming of his wealth. And this is where the tragedy begins. Because he stayed up so late celebrating a victory he hadn't won yet, Horace slept deep into the morning. And make sure you subscribe to Pure Growth. We are here to help you become the best version of yourself, one day at a time. Remember, the gates are open. Run. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.